Namaskar, I am Smita Mandal. This is our second lecture of periodic table. So, we will started this chapter classification of element. In this we will discuss about the group period. We have discussed the Dobrunier's triad law. We have discussed the Newland octavase law. We have discussed the Mendeleev's law and Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, and we have started the modern periodic table. So today we will discuss more about the modern periodic table and we will discuss the periodic properties. Okay, so if you have any doubt you can ask in the chat box only. Okay, and if you have a huge doubt you can ask by unmuting yourself. Okay, and now so we have discussed few thing about the modern periodic table, that the modern periodic table consists periods and groups. We have 18 group as you can see in the picture. We have 18 group in the periodic table and we have 7 periods in the periodic table. Okay, now in the periodic table as you can see the 1 2 3 4 5, this number 1 to 18 numbers are written, means left to right when we are moving these vertical lines, these vertical blocks are grouped, and when we move left to right the lines, this K to GA, this LI to NA, these are period. We are now familiar with the periods and group. And yesterday we have discussed also that this periodic table further classified into four category, that is S block, P block, D block and F block. This classification is based on the last outermost valence electron. Okay, in the S block element the last outermost electron will move to the S orbital. In the p block element, the last outermost electron, the valence electron will move to the p orbital. In the d block element, the last outermost valence electron will move to the d orbital. In the, please wait a minute. Uh, okay, who have joined later on and who left the meeting? Okay, so it is 57 only. I will lock meeting after 2-3 minutes because someone is left. Okay, so we will continue this D block element, P block element and F block element. F block element, the last outermost electron will move to the F orbital. We have discussed in the chapter 2 electronic classification, in which we have discussed this SPDF type of classification, electronic configuration of the element, and you are able to do this SPDF type of electronic configuration. You are able to write this electronic configuration, I think I know na. So as you can see in this picture, the S1 is written above the first group. As you can see in the picture, the S1 is written. What do you mean this S1? This S1 means that the last outermost shell consists the S orbital, and this S orbital consists only one electron. Okay, the valence electron is present in the S orbital. Okay, and this S2 is written above the second group, this BE group. Okay, this S2 means that the last electron will move to the S orbital and the last outermost shell consists that S orbital which has only 2 electron, and we know that each and every orbital consists 2 electron and orbit contain more than 2 electron. S orbit contain maximum 2, P contain 6, D contain 10 and F contain 14. Okay, so this first group and second group are known as S block element. Okay, and the first group also known as alkali metal group. Alkali means basic, alkaline base, and these elements form basic compound base when it will mix with the water, basic oxide when they react with the oxygen. So these element have basic nature, that's why they are called alkali, and they all are metal. We have learned in the previous class, class 10. So they are called alkali metal also. Okay. Now, the second group is known as alkali earth metal. This Be group is known as alkali earth metal. Okay, so alkali means alkaline. Alkali means alkaline. Please mute yourself, anybody who is talking. Mute yourself. Okay, and this this group 2 is called alkali earth metal because they are alkaline in nature, basic in nature, and they are mostly present in the soil. That's why they are called earth metal. There, in this group, you can see the hydrogen. The hydrogen is not a metal, you know that. So hydrogen is a non-metal, but it is kept with the first group also, and it will behave similarity with the 17 group also. We will come to this point also. Hydrogen is a non-metal, still it is kept with the first group. Why? We will discuss this. The lithium, from lithium to francium are alkali metal, not hydrogen is an alkali metal, it is a non-metal. Beryllium to radium are alkali earth metal, they are basic in nature, they are s block element. Now coming to the next, if we talk about the p block element, we have discussed the electronic configuration of the p block element, that the 13 to 18 groups are p block element, and the last outermost electron in the 13 group is p1. Okay, the last outermost electronic configuration of this 13 group is s2p1. In the 14 group carbon family, the electronic configuration is s2p2. In the nitrogen family, the electronic configuration is s2p3. Okay, for the oxygen family, the electronic configuration is s2p4. And for the fluorine family, the electronic configuration is s2p5. For the neon family, the electronic configuration is s2p6. But as you can see in the picture, there is helium present, and in the helium the electronic configuration, as you can see in the picture, it is written s2. यहाँ s2 लिखा हुआ है. Okay, and in this neon group it is p6 is written. Actually the electronic configuration of helium is 1s2. Okay, 1s2, s2 is similar with this alkali earth metal, but the helium is a non-metal, it will not kept with the beryllium family because it is a non-metal, and all the property of helium is similar with the inert gas. Helium is an inert gas, and property of helium is similar with the inert gas because they all have fulfilled outermost electronic configuration. They have fully filled outermost shell. They all have fully filled outermost shell. So it is an exception of electronic configuration of the 18 group, but it is an inert gas. Okay, so now you are able to write the electronic configuration of these elements. Now we have discussed yesterday that between lanthanum to hafnium, say 57 to 72, 14 elements are kept below the periodic table. Ce to Lu 58 to 71, and from actinum to rutherfordium 89 to 104, 14 element also kept in the below the periodic table from 90 to 103. These are F block element. We know that these are called inner transition element because they are kept between the transition metal also. So they are rare earth metal, and most of them are radioactive, that we have discussed yesterday. And the electronic configuration, as you can see above the group, it is written f1, f2, f3, f4, f5, f6, so on. So the last outermost electronic configuration is like this, f1, f2. But there is some exception also, like for the copper, the d9 configuration, we will not following this. Copper is an exception, we have discussed this already in the chapter 2, same as for the AgAu And in this group, if we talk about the EU, the electronic configuration of EU is not F6. We have already discussed about the stability of half filled orbital, stability of fully filled orbital. Okay, so we will discuss later on. If you don't know about this or you have skipped that class, then so coming to the electronic configuration of the element, we have learned, now I think you all have learned 1 to electron number of electron in 1 to 30 element. I think you all know the electrons present, how many electrons are present into 1 to 30 एलिमेंट. आई थिंक आप सबको पता होना चाहिए कितने हैं. नहीं याद किया है तो आप लोगों को याद कर लेना चाहिए. ओके, तो अगर आपने याद किया है तो वेल एंड गुड, नहीं याद किया है तो याद कर लो उसको. अब you have learned the number of electron present in the lithium, sodium, potassium. 1 to 30 you have learned. Okay, so you know the number of electron of lithium, sodium, potassium. But if you don't know the number of electron present in the cesium, there is a trick to learn the electrons present in the element. You can learn all the number of electron in all the element present in the periodic table. There are some magic number that you have learned earlier, that is 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. You have learned this already. Okay, so look at this PPT. When you will add 8 in the 3, the electron number of electron of lithium are 3. When you add 8 in this 3, it will become 11, and 11 is the number of electrons of sodium. Now if you will add 8 in the 11, it will become 19, and 19 is the number of electron of potassium. Okay, but you know these three, but you don't know about the number of electron present in the rubidium, and there is some need to write some number of electron in the rubidium, and there is some electronic configuration. Any question, if you need the electronic configuration of rubidium and you don't know the number of electron, how will you write? You know this pattern. So when you will add 18 in the 19, it will become 37, and 37 is the number of electron of rubidium. Same as when you will add 18 in the 37, it will become 55. It is the number of electron of cesium, and same as 55 plus 32, it is 87. Okay, so you can now able to write the number of electron of any element. We can take another example of this. For the p block element, the number of electron, the writing of electronic configuration, the trick is little different. In the s block element, we have taken 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. Now in this, what we will take, you can see as in this picture, you need to learn 8, 8, 18, 18, 32 that you have learned. Okay, now as you can see in the picture, you have learned 1 to 30 element. You know the electronic configuration of argon, it is 18. Okay, number of electron present in the argon is 18, and the number of electron in the helium is 2. When you will add 2 plus 8, it will become 10, and 10 is the number of electron of neon. Okay, as you can see in the picture, when you will add 8 in 10, it will become 18, and 18 is the electronic number of electron of argon. Same as 18 plus 18, 36 is krypton. 36 plus 18, 54, it's xenon. 54 plus 32, 86 radon. Same as for the boron, 5 plus 8, 13, 13 plus 18, 31, 31 plus 18, 49, 49 plus 32, 81. Take one another example, oxygen, 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 18, 34, 34 plus 18, 52, 52 plus 32, 84. Now if you know these number, you are able to write number of electron of any element present in the periodic table. It will be easy. Now, no need to learn anything. Okay, so we will take one more example of these. Okay, I have told you about the difference for the electron in the electronic configuration, number of electron. The trick was different. The trick for alkali metal we have taken 2, 8, 18, 18, 32. ये वाला pattern we have taken. And in this P block we have taken 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. तो आपको ये याद रखना पड़ेगा. आप इसमें 2, 8, 8, 18, 18 वाला नहीं फॉलो करोगे. कहाँ तक फॉलो करोगे ये देखो. मैंने यहाँ पर एक गैप किया हुआ है. ओके. So these of period 1, sorry, these group 1, group 2 and group 3, D1 tak, S1, S2 and S2, S1, S2 and D1 tak, we will follow this 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. Now we know that between lanthanum to hafnium and actinium to rutherfordium, there are F block element, 28 F block element. That's why the electronic configuration, number of electron will change, and now we will follow from D2 to P6, we will follow this pattern. Okay. So suppose you know the number of electrons present in the copper, and someone is asking the number of electron present in the argentum silver. How will you calculate? 29 plus 18, it will become 47. That is the number of electron present in the silver. So now it will become easier to learn number of electron, and you are able to write electronic configuration of any element if you know the number of electron present in the atom. Okay. So if you have any type of doubt, now you can ask in the chat box. If you have any doubt, so you can ask in the chat box, or I will continue with this. So I think you don't have any doubt.
Ma'am.
Discussion about the F block, but we'll discuss few of F block element, those have exception in the electronic configuration. Okay. The reason are same again, the stability of half filled orbital and fully filled orbital, the same reason. Okay.
Yes,
And the
ma'am.
symmetry. Okay. So shall we continue? I think so. We have discussed this, the S block element, P block element, D block element. Now, this 13 group boron family contain this boron to thallium. This UUT is a radioactive element, invented element, not discovered element. We have discussed yesterday what is invented, what is discovered, and you can see the color difference. The ALGAIN, these are yellow in color, these represented with the blue color, and these are uh, green in color, and these are red. And this color difference shows the difference between the element, and this is written. क्या difference है देखो. These are metalloid, these blue are metalloid, these dark yellow one are metals. Okay. And these fluorine family, the elements are halogen. Okay. This carbon, these are non-metal. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, phosphorus, selenium are also non-metal. This helium family is also non-metal, but these helium family is inert gas. This 18 group is known as zero group, inert gas group, or noble gas group. This 17 group is known as halogen family. This 16 group is known as chalcogen family. This is nitrogen family, carbon family. Okay. So in your book it is written boron is a non-metal, but the property of boron is almost similar with the metalloid, and in some book it is written boron is a metal, no, metalloid. Okay. We have learned this term metal, non-metal and metalloid in the previous class, class 10th. So I will revise again. Metal, we know what is the property of metal. Non-metal, we know what is the property of non-metal. And metalloid, the metalloid consists property of metal and non-metal both. Okay. At a particular temperature, they behave as a metal. They conduct electricity. I'm very sorry. Who is talking in between the class?
अच्छा अच्छा मुझे धमकी
Sneha.
हो गया
Sneha. स्नेहा, ये चीज नहीं चलेगी क्लास में. ठीक है. क्लास के टाइम पे आप लोगों को बिल्कुल साइलेंस प्लेस पे बैठा होना होता है। ऐसा थोड़ी है कि हम लोग क्लास में पढ़ते पढ़ते बातें कर रहे हैं किसी से, ठीक है? आगे से नहीं होना चाहिए ऐसा। और उसने आपने अनम्यूट भी कर दिया तो दूसरे भी डिस्टर्ब हो रहे हैं। Okay, so we are discussing about this, the metal, metalloid, non-metals, these families. Okay, now continue with the question hydrogen. I have just tell you that hydrogen is a non-metal, still it is kept with the alkali metal group, it is kept with the first group. Actually the electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1s1. The electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1s1. Okay, and the electronic configuration of alkali metal is outermost valence electronic configuration is s1. So the outermost shell electronic configuration of hydrogen and these elements alkali metals are same. And as you can see in this picture, something is written, hydrogen resemble with the alkali metal and halogen both. We know that the electronic configuration of halogen, they need only one electron to complete p orbital. What is the electronic configuration of halogen? I think we know that is p5. Okay, and how much electron will come in the p orbital? It is 6. So to complete the p orbital, halogen needs only one electron. Okay, and what is the configuration of hydrogen? It is s1. 1s1. To complete the outermost shell, the complete the s orbital, it needs only one electron. So the hydrogen needs one electron, the halogen need one electron to complete the outermost shell, to complete the orbital. So they have a similarity. They both can gain electron. Hydrogen can also gain electron, one electron, and the halogen also gain one electron. If the hydrogen gain one electron, it will form H negative ion, and the halogen gain one electron, they will form X negative ion. This H negative ion is known as hydride and X negative ion is known as halide. Okay, so they both form similar kind of anion, that is negative ion, and that negative ion consists -1 charge. So hydrogen can form this like halogen. Okay, now coming to the uh, alkali metal group. If we talk about the alkali metal group, they have one electron in the outermost shell. The electronic configuration is s1. They have one electron in the outermost shell. Okay, so uh, if they release one electron, they will get fully filled electronic configuration. Okay, we'll take one example. For example, lithium. How many electrons present in the lithium? It is 1s2 and 2s1. Okay, and if it will release this one electron, this 2s will remove, and now the lithium has 1s2 configuration. And we know that the k shell consists 2 electron maximum. So if the lithium consists 2 electron in the outermost shell, the electronic configuration of lithium considered as fully filled. We can say that the last outermost shell of lithium is fully filled. Okay, and we know that atoms element release, gain, lose electron to complete the outermost shell. Okay, so if the lithium lose one electron, it will gain the inert gas configuration, stable configuration, and after losing one electron, what will be the charge on lithium? It will be positive. The cation will be Li plus. Okay, and for the hydrogen also has one electron in the outermost shell. So if it will release one electron, the number of the charge on the hydrogen is positive, and the hydrogen form hydronium ion H plus ion. Okay, so lithium is forming, the lithium family is forming, plus cation, plus one cation, and the hydrogen is also forming H plus one cation. Okay, so the charge on the hydrogen after losing of electron is similar with the alkali metal when they lose one electron. The charge on hydrogen after gaining of one electron is similar with the halogen when they gain one electron. So the hydrogen shows similarity with the alkali metal. They can react with the non-metal like like alkali metal family, for example HCl. है ना, HCl hydrogen react with the chlorine same as NaCl or LiCl. Na can react with the non-metal form NaCl, or hydrogen can form HCl, same as lithium family. And halogen can also react with the alkali metal also, like this halogen family can. Cl is reacting with the Na, form NaCl, and hydrogen can also react with the Na and form NaH. Okay, so the hydrogen shows anomalous behavior in the periodic table. We kept the hydrogen with the first group, but the position of hydrogen is disturbed. Hydrogen is kept with the first group. It resemble with the 17 group. And one more very important property of hydrogen is, you know about the organic compound. What are the organic compound? We have learned in the chapter 4 of class 10th. Organic compound, the compounds of carbon and hydrogen, hydrocarbon, and their derivatives. Okay, and we know that carbon is a most covalent compound. It will share electron and form the chain of the compound. And in all the organic compound, the junior artist is hydrogen. Okay, हमेशा जो आपके लीड रोल में कार्बन होता है और साइड रोल में हमेशा हर जगह हाइड्रोजन होता है कार्बन के साथ में. ठीक है, कार्बन किसी से भी अटैच होगा, साथ में हाइड्रोजन होगा. व्हाई? बिकॉज हाइड्रोजन ऑल्सो कैन शेयर इलेक्ट्रॉन. It shows covalent nature also, like carbon. The electronegativity difference between the carbon and hydrogen is also very less. So carbon shows few similarity with the carbon also. That's why the position of hydrogen is disturbed. This is written the similarity between halogen and hydrogen. You can see these point. Both halogen and hydrogen required one electron to complete the outermost shell. Both halogen and hydrogen are non-metal. Both hydrogen and halogen act as a negative ion when combined with the metal. Fourth, their molecule are diatomic. This point is again important. You know that the halogen, they exist in the nature in the molecular form, and the molecule is diatomic. Diatomic means the molecule consists two atom. And hydrogen is also present in the form of diatomic molecule H2. Okay, so this is also the similarity between the halogen and hydrogen. So I think now we are able to understand the position of hydrogen and halogen, why they are disturbed. Okay, and the electronic configuration we have discussed SPDF. We can take this also. Now you are able to write the electronic configuration, because we have learned in the chapter 2 the electronic configuration are written in this like this. Okay, now I'm just taking one example to explain this. This 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. This electronic configuration is similar with the argon, I think. So in place of this long electronic configuration, you can write electronic configuration like this. आप ऐसे ब्रैकेट में करके आर्गन लिख दो. It means 18 इलेक्ट्रॉन को कंप्लीट कर रहा है. Then you can write 4s1. ओके, और यहाँ पर जैसे हमने फ्रेंसियम के लिखा है ना Rn7s1, तो you can write this also. So you can write electronic configuration. And SPDF we have discussed. Now again we are taking the p block element. Okay, so the p block element, the 18 group, they have completely filled outermost shell. We have discussed all the thing in the previous class. The 18 group are called inert gas group because they are not reacting with anything, because they have fully filled outermost electronic configuration. And the compounds of xenon are invented with very high temperature and pressure. With the help of fluorine, we have made the compound of xenon. We will discuss about this in the chapter 4 also. And this p block element, we have metal, non-metal, metalloid, and we have gas, liquid, solid. And we know that each and every element wants to complete its outermost shell. It wants to gain the fully filled electronic configuration. They wants to gain the inert gas configuration. That's why they lose or gain electron. Okay. So now I think the periodic table, the modern periodic table is clear to you all. Now we will discuss more about the periodic properties. Okay, so what are the periodic properties? We have discussed what are the periodic properties, and periodic properties are these: atomic radius, ionic radius, ionization enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity, oxidation state, chemical reactivity. Okay, we are familiar with the atomic radius. We have learned about the electronegativity in the previous class. We have learned the oxidation number in the previous class also. We have learned the chemical reactivity about the of the element, few element we have learned. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the chat box also. Okay, so atomic radius. What do you mean by atomic radius? Anybody can unmute herself and can answer what is atomic radius?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बोलो बेटा.
Ma'am, it is the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost shell, to the outermost orbit.
Okay, very correct, very good. Actually, the atomic radius is uh, explain the definition as your friend explained, that the atomic radius is the distance between the center of the atom nucleus from the outermost shell. Okay, but in the 11th class we will take more specific definition for the atomic radius. So what is the atomic radius? It is the distance from center to outermost shell. But now we will take this atomic radius for different type of element. The atomic radius is the half of the internuclear distance of two atom in a molecule. That is the atomic radius. आप देखो check करो. We have hydrogen element, and hydrogen present in the form of diatomic molecule H2. So what will be the atomic radius for hydrogen? It is the half of the internuclear distance of एटम इन अ मॉलिक्यूल. एक मॉलिक्यूल के दो एटम के बीच के डिस्टेंस का हाफ इज द एटॉमिक रेडियस ऑफ hydrogen. Okay, for the covalent compound, now the radius will change, and that radius is known as covalent radius. Okay, first of all we'll discuss the type of radius: atomic radius, ionic radius, covalent radius, and van der Waal radius. What is van der Waal radius? We will discuss after chapter 5. So atomic radius we have discussed. This is atomic radius, this is also atomic radius. Covalent radius, in the chapter 4 or I think 3 of class 10th, you have learned about the covalent bond, and you know that when the covalent bond is formed, they will show some overlapping. Okay, ऐसा overlapping कुछ होता है. Okay, so how will you calculate the covalent radii? Again the same as the internuclear distance of two atom bonded by covalent bond in a molecule, उसका half, the half of the internuclear distance of two atom bonded by covalent bond in the covalent molecule is called covalent radii, okay, or covalent radius. Now ionic radius, you have draw the structure of ionic compound in the previous class also. Ionic compound formed by cation and anion, okay. So cations, so cation and anion are attached like this. So again, if we want to calculate the ionic radii, how will we calculate? Like this: the half of the internuclear distance of two ion attached with the ionic bond in the ionic compound, okay. So this is the ionic radii, covalent radii and atomic radii. We will discuss van der Waals radii later on, okay. So first we will discuss the periodic trend of atomic radius in the periodic table. So what is the atomic change in the atomic radius when we move left to right in a period, or when we move up to down in a group, that we are discussing just, okay. So just think about it and tell me, is there any difference between the radius of hydrogen and lithium, lithium to sodium, sodium to potassium, potassium to calcium, calcium to rubidium? Write in the chat box the
The
radius.
atomic radius increases.
Yes, we have learned in the previous class, class 10, that when we move up to down in a group, the atomic radius increases. The reason behind this is when we move up to down in a group, the number of shell increases. That's why the atomic radius increases. Okay, number of shell बढ़ेगा तो distance between the outermost shell and the nucleus will increases, so the radius will also increases. So we know this pattern, then up to down in a group the radius will increase, okay. The radius will increase when we move up to down in a group. Now coming to the left to right in a group, what will happen when we move left to right in a group? We know that left to right in a group, the number of shells are constant. Shells are constant, okay, that they will not change, but number of electrons are continuously increasing, okay. Number of electrons are continuously increasing, as well as number of protons are continuously increasing. The number of electrons and protons are if continuously increasing, then the charge, positive and negative charge, also increasing. If the negative and positive charge increasing, in that case nucleus attraction also increase. What will happen? The nucleus attraction will also increase. If the nucleus attraction increase, in that case the nucleus will attract the outermost electron with more force. If the nucleus attract the outermost electron with more force, the atom will shrink. If the atom will shrink, the size of atom will also decreases, okay. Nucleus attract the outermost electron, it will pull the electron with high force, so the outermost shell come close to the nucleus, the atom will shrink, and if the atom will shrink, the atomic radius will decreases. तो atomic radius left to right क्या हो जाएगा? atomic radius decrease हो जाएगा. We are talking about the general trend, okay. We are not taking the exceptions. There are lot many exception of radius also, so we are talking about the general trend कि generally क्या होता है left to right और up to down में. Up to down में radius increase होता है और left to right में generally radius decrease होता है. Now we are taking exception, okay. We have only 2-3 minutes, so I'll complete this topic. Exceptions, so for example, if we talk about this last group, inert gas group, okay. So inert gas group, the fluorine family, left to right, when we are increasing the number of electron, the number of electron increases, the radius decreases, but the size of atoms of 18 group is larger than the size of atoms of 17 group. The atomic radii or radius, if we talk about the radius of 18 group, is larger than the 17 group. The reason is they have fully filled electronic configuration. They have fully filled electronic configuration. That's why the radius, they have shielding effect, screening effect. We have learned this term screening effect or shielding effect in the previous chapter, chapter 2. Okay, the electron repulsion. Okay, the electron repulsion is called screening effect or shielding effect. Okay, so the nucleus attraction is increasing when we move left to right. So in case of this 18 family, number of electron and protons are increasing. So the nucleus attraction is also increasing. But effective nuclear charge, we have heard this term also in the previous class, chapter 2, effective nuclear charge और Z effective हमने पढ़ा था. Z effective क्या होता है? न्यूक्लियर अट्रैक्शन माइनस स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट. ओके, तो ये ड्यू टू फुल्ली फिल्ड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, द इलेक्ट्रॉन हैव रिपल्शन बिटवीन देम. सारे एक साथ, बहुत सारे, जितना स्पेस है उतने ही इलेक्ट्रॉन आ गए तो एक दूसरे को रिपेल कर रहे हैं, कोई खाली जगह नहीं है. तो इसकी वजह से स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट हो गया. तो जेड इफेक्टिव जो है वो क्या हो गया? डिक्रीज हो जाता है. Okay, Z effective, nucleus attraction Z increases but shielding effect also increases. So nucleus attraction minus screening effect is called Z effective. तो Z effective क्या हो जाएगा? Decrease हो जाएगा. ठीक है, तो overall attraction of the nucleus toward the outermost shell, overall attraction इन है ना, माइनस आपका ये शील्डिंग करने के बाद जो अट्रैक्शन है वो कंसीडर करें तो वो अट्रैक्शन जो है वो इंक्रीज हो गया, डिक्रीज नहीं हुआ. सॉरी, डिक्रीज हो गया, इंक्रीज नहीं हुआ. दैट्स वाई व्हेन वी आर मूविंग boron to fluorine or p1 to p5 or 13 to 17 family, the continuously Z effective increasing, so the nuclear size is decreasing. But in case of this, due to screening effect, Z effective decreases comparatively 17, तो यहाँ पर size जो है वो बढ़ जाता है. एक reason तो ये हुआ. The second reason is van der Waal radius. Now coming to the van der Waal radius, we have discussed the atomic radius, ionic radius and covalent radius. The fluorine family can form covalent bond, ionic bond, both the bond. Okay, and the radius of these 17 family is considered as atomic radius, ionic radius or covalent radius. But and they exist in the form of compound only or molecule only. Individual atomic इनका existence नहीं होता है. But in case of 18 family, they are present in the monoatomic form. We know that what is monoatomic form? Monoatomic molecule if a molecule contain one atom. Okay, so what will happen? अगर हम बात करें किसी इनर्ट गैस की, तो सपोज ये आपके इनर्ट गैस मॉलिक्यूल या एटम्स है. सो हाउ विल यू कैलकुलेट द एटॉमिक रेडियस ऑफ दिस? आप इंटरन्यूक्लियस रेडियस कैलकुलेट करोगे. डिस्टेंस ऑफ वन हाफ ऑफ द इंटरन्यूक्लियर डिस्टेंस ऑफ टू एटम ऑफ इनर्ट गैस, दिस इज कॉल्ड van der Waal रेडियस. और आप ये देखो, ये वाली रेडियस जो है, सिंपल सी बात है, van der Waal रेडियस विल बी मोर देन दी कोवेलेंट रेडियस, विल बी मोर देन दी आयोनिक रेडियस. सो for the 18 group we are taking van der Waal radius because they are not forming any covalent bond, they are not forming any ionic bond, and the van der Waal radius is more than the covalent radii as well as ionic radii. तो दोनों ही केस, एक तो फुल्ली फिल्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन